Imagine this. Millions of people across the country decide to pull their money out of the bank on the same day. Sounds like a scene from a disaster movie, right? But this scenario is very real and terrifying for the banking system. How do banks actually work? Most people believe that when they deposit money into a bank, it just sits there safely, waiting to be withdrawn. But that's not how modern banking works. Banks operate on something called fractional reserve banking. This means they only keep a small fraction of your deposit in reserve, typically 10% or less. The rest? They lend it out to other people, businesses, or even invest it. So if you deposit $1,000, your bank might only keep $100 on hand. The rest is being used elsewhere. It works fine, as long as most people don't ask for their money back at the same time. What happens during a bank run? 1:30, 2:30. But if too many people start to panic and try to withdraw their cash all at once, things spiral quickly. This is known as a bank run. Since the bank doesn't actually have everyone's money on hand, it simply can't pay everyone out. It runs out of liquid cash fast. In extreme cases, the bank may freeze accounts, limit withdrawals, or shut down entirely. This happened during the Great Depression, and more recently in 2008, when several banks collapsed under pressure. What will the government do? In the US, the FDIC insures deposits up to $250,000 per person, per bank. That means even if your bank collapses, your money is protected, at least in theory. But here's the catch. If all banks face a crisis at once, the government may not have the immediate cash to cover all those guarantees. In other words, the system is built on trust and stability. Once that trust is gone, things can get ugly, fast. So what happens if everyone withdraws their money at the same time? The banking system collapses. That's why governments and central banks do everything they can to prevent panic and maintain confidence. Because in the end, money in the bank is really just a promise.